Welcome to the Intuitive Hour with psychic medium, author, and intuitive life coach, Michelle Beltran. The Intuitive Hour will empower you to learn how to magnify your intuitive voice. Listen in and expand your understanding of what it means to be psychic and how to awaken, amplify, and trust your inner voice.
So I'm pretty sure that you have been somewhere, an event, a party, a social gathering, even at work, where you feel a certain vibe from someone. Or you walked into a room and felt an immediate sense of peace or even tension. So that subtle feeling, that's your intuition at work. And it's picking up on the energy that flows from every living thing. And what if I told you that this energy has color? Welcome everyone. This is the Intuitive Hour. I'm your host, Michelle Beltran. Energy colors transformed my life, and here's why it could change yours too. That's our topic for the day. I'm so delighted you're here with me, talking about the magnificent power of color. So it was Edgar Cayce himself, and I am sure that many of you have heard of Edgar Cayce, who once said, "At any time, a soul will give off vibrations, the story of itself and the condition in which it now exists." So we perceive these vibrations as color. Learning to see and understand these energy colors or auras is like learning a new language, one that your soul already knows. It's a journey back to yourself, a way to deepen your intuition and see the world in a whole new light. And so this isn't just about seeing pretty colors, it's about understanding the story that these vibrations tell. So it turns out that there is a very colorful history to this art of color and the aura for healing. It isn't just a new age trend. It's an ancient practice woven into the fabric of human history. Our ancestors knew that color was more than just decoration. It was a powerful force that could influence our minds, bodies, and our spirits. Ancient Egyptians, for example, were masters of color therapy. They built temples with special healing rooms where sunlight was filtered through different colored gems onto patients, those needing healings, and so forth. So each color was believed to have a specific healing property. Way back then, in ancient times, red was for stimulating energy, as we might expect, and circulation. Blue, however, for calming pain and soothing ailments. The ancient Egyptians lived and breathed color as medicine. And so this wisdom wasn't confined, though, to Egypt. In ancient Greece, we saw aspects of this where the philosopher Aristotle himself developed theories, literal theories on the psychological effects of color. He believed colors were sent from the heavens as celestial rays. And in India, Ayurvedic medicine has long associated colors with the 7 chakras, which we know are the energy centers of the body. Each chakra vibrating at a different frequency corresponding to a specific color of the rainbow, and balancing these colors was very key to the physical and spiritual health of the community in this time. So think of it like this. Just as a plant leans toward the sun for nourishment, we are naturally drawn to the colors our spirit needs for balance and healing. Throughout history, some of the most innovative and influential people have been deeply in tune with intuitive power of color. And they may not have called it aura readings at that time, but they understood that color could evoke emotion, inspire action, and even unlock genius. Carl Jung himself, the Swiss psychiatrist who gave us concepts like archetypes and the collective unconscious, was fascinated by color. He encouraged his patients to use color in drawings and mandalas as a way to access their subconscious and express feelings they couldn't put into words. Jung saw color as a direct line to the soul, a way to understand our deepest selves. So dynamic, everyone. Color is so imprinted in our world and history. Even artists like Vincent van Gogh had a profound, almost spiritual connection to color. He didn't just paint what he saw, he painted what he felt. His vibrant yellows weren't just the color of sunflowers, they were the color of joy, energy, and life itself. His deep blues, they weren't just the night sky, they were the color of melancholy and infinite wonder. He once wrote, "Color in a picture is like enthusiasm in life." So he was intuitively painting the energy of his subjects and his own soul. Each of these individuals teach us that paying attention to color isn't just for mystics. It's a fundamental part of the human experience, a tool for absolute expression, understanding, and connection that is available to all of us, particularly intuitively. All right, so let's talk a little bit about color and how it can guide you and how you might try to see auras for yourself. It might sound like something only a gifted psychic can do or someone who's trained, but it isn't. Anyone can do this. It's a skill you can develop with a little patience and a little practice. The most important thing is to be gentle with yourself and approach it with curiosity, not pressure. All right, so let's start with your own energy field. It's often easiest to see your own aura first, so we'll go there. This will help you build confidence in your ability, these exercises. And they start with, first of all, finding the right setting. So sit or stand in front of a plain, neutral colored wall. A white or beige wall works best, especially in soft, gentle lighting. Don't go out of your way to try to find perfection. Remember, this should be joy-filled and fun. We don't want, though, a harsh light here. We just want some gentle, easy light. Direct light can make it harder to see. So, soft, gentle, easy, comfortable light. Second, focus on your hand, either of your hands. Hold them out in front of you. Perhaps you have both. That's fine as well. Have your fingers slightly apart. And against the neutral background, you are going to look at your hands. So have that background right behind your hands. And then relax your gaze. Don't stare intensely, but rather just soften your focus. Relax your eyes. Soften that focus as you look at your hands against that neutral background, and as if you're looking just past your hands now. Okay, soft gaze looking past your hands with that neutral background. Now, use your peripheral vision. Draw that in. You'll continue to gaze softly at the space around your hands and fingers. And so after at about 30 to 60 seconds, you might start to notice a faint, hazy outline around your hand. Almost like heat rising from pavement on a summer day, perhaps. The earth or the pavement where it's hot. You can see that heat rising sometimes. You might notice that. This first layer is often clear or whitish. And this is actually known as the etheric aura. Okay, and last, now we look for color. So as you hold your focus, you may begin to see a faint color emerge from the hazy outline itself. Again, no forcing here, just a soft gaze, taking your time. The color might be subtle at first. Whatever you see, trust it. Be in this space for a few minutes. Sometimes it takes a moment to come forward. The more you practice, the clearer and more vibrant these colors will become. All right, so what did you see? Maybe it was a soft blue or gentle pink or a bright yellow even. There is no right or wrong in this, everyone. There's whatever you see, and it may be faint, small, light, or stronger. With practice, again, it grows more strong and more vibrant over time. Remember that your aura is a living, breathing reflection of your emotions, your thoughts, and your health at this very moment. No exception. It's there. Stay with these 4 steps and continue to practice, and in time you will begin to see color. All right, let's talk a little bit about the meanings of these colors as you start to see them. Wonderful, but what in the world does that mean? Okay, so as you see the colors, then of course the next step is understanding their language. Each color holds a specific vibration and a meaning, as we've talked about. And certainly while interpretations can be nuanced, these are some common associations I would like to give you now to get you started in understanding this. You may also have your own intuitive sense or knowing. Always trust that first and foremost. But as a guide, if you see the color red, this is the color of passion, vitality, and physical energy. A bright, clear red signifies a healthy ego, drive, and zest for life. A muddy or dark red, however, could point to unresolved anger or exhaustion. Orange is the color of creativity, emotion, and social connection. A vibrant orange suggests you're feeling adventurous, joyful, and emotionally expressive. If you see yellow, it's telling you personal power, optimism, and intellect are vibrating intently. So I once worked with a writer who was struggling with a creative block. When we looked at her aura, her yellow was dim. So by focusing on activities that brought her joy, she was able to brighten her yellow and the words began flowing again. So this is how you can use yellow or any color to enhance, heal, make new decisions in life. All right, green, this is the color of healing and growth and of the heart. People with strong green in their auras are very often natural healers, they're teachers, or they're deeply connected to nature. A very clear emerald green signifies balance and compassion. and it often appears around doctors, nurses, and loving parents. So if this was you, did you see green as you were doing the exercise we just completed a few minutes ago? And you're in a healing art or in the nursing industry, a doctor, validation for you. All right, blue. Blue is the color of communication, tranquility, and truth. A soft light blue is going to point to a calm and peaceful nature, while a royal blue is going to indicate stronger energy, meaning strong intuitive abilities and very clear self-expression. Indigo or violet, these colors are often associated also with intuition, but also spiritual awareness and vision. This is one of the most high vibration spiritual colors that there is, this color of violet. So people with a lot of violet in their auras are often very highly sensitive, empaths, creative, and connected to the higher consciousness. Remember that you won't always see a color. Colors do change. So sometimes you might be reading yourself or someone else and you'll see an indigo or a violet, and perhaps the next time you won't see that same color. So be mindful that the colors do change depending on that moment or that day or that time in their life. All right, and so indigo, final note here, it's the color of the dreamer and the mystic. Okay, doing dream work in your life, working on intuitive development in that way, you might see this indigo violet color more readily available at that time for yourself or others. Okay, 2 more colors I want to share with you. Pink. This is a soft color, as we know, a loving color. Pink is gentle. It's about compassion and sensitivity and unconditional love. So it often appears when someone is in love or has a gentle, forgiving nature. And then last, everyone, seeing bright, sparkling white light in an aura. This is a sign of purity, truth, and high level of spiritual connection. Your aura is rarely just one solid color. It's usually a beautiful mix that shifts and changes with your moods and experiences, as I mentioned a few moments ago. Seeing a splash of green after spending time in nature, or a burst of orange when you're excited about a new project, is your energy field responding to your life in real time. So tune into that. Exploring your energy colors is a profound step toward understanding your intuitive nature. It's like having a conversation with your soul, learning to recognize the subtle cues and messages it's always sending to you. Practice seeing your aura every day, even just for a few minutes. Notice how the colors change depending on how you feel, your experiences, day-to-day ongoings. Pay attention to the colors you are drawn to in your clothing, your home, or in nature. Your intuition is often guiding you toward the energetic vibrations you need most. So listen to that. Those favorite colors, that's not happenstance. You're drawn to the magic of those favorite colors for a reason. Pay attention to that. All right, this journey, everyone, as we wind down our episode today, it truly is a journey of self-discovery. It's deeply personal and endlessly fascinating. By learning to see and interpret the beautiful colors of your own energy, you're not just learning a new skill. You're remembering a part of yourself that has been there a long time, ready to come forward. Trust what you see, trust what you feel, and enjoy the magic of seeing the world through the eyes of your spirit. All right, we will bring this episode to a close. Thank you so much for joining me today, everyone. I look forward to meeting with you again next week.
If you enjoyed this episode of the Intuitive Hour, please consider following, rating, and reviewing the podcast at Apple Podcasts or wherever you listen. You're welcome to access Michelle's free controlled remote viewing exercise that will empower you to uncover answers to your burning questions about lost objects, events, or people in the past, present, or future. Visit michellebeltran.com to access this free offering and rediscover what was once lost.